and bound in freedom, peace and unity. Hey, that's so.
Oh, yeah. Arise, oh compatriots, Nigeria call obey to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, in freedom, in freedom, peace and unity.
Arise, my people, arise, my
With love and strength and faith.
I'm about to go be down to Benue. From Warri to Lagos.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Have you subscribed? Yes, you. Have you subscribed? You. Yeah, before you go, click. It's free. Click. Just that's it. Have you subscribed? You are laughing. Have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, madam. Thank you so much. I can see you. I can see you. We have to get to 100,000 subscribers. By the end of the year, how are we going to do that if you don't subscribe? Yes, you. Yes, you're about to click off. Why? Have you subscribed? It's free. If you don't, ask your son, ask your daughter how to. Just one click. Thank you. Thank you. I see you. Aha. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow.
Have broken down into about 10 places, which has to do with security, power, because anybody that is deceiving you that Nigeria will make it without electricity, you should ask the person to go and shut up. It's our number one institutional problem that must be fixed. If we want to compete in the world, we must get rid of darkness. Because electricity is not about darkness alone. It is also the fulcrum of technology today.
True.
So if you cannot power the devices that is driving the world, you are not ready. You are not part of the global community. You can't produce if you don't have electricity. And if you have electricity, you will improve security. And then, so there are 10 of those things, infrastructure, we have healthcare, we've discussed agriculture, but I'm not talking about agriculture of,
Subsistence farming.
Yeah, subsistence, the sharpening knife or with stone. No, we've reached a level where the governors who are driving SUVs will tell them to reduce it to one and buy tractors instead. That can be, plowing everywhere and then add value to it. And then infrastructure we bring to it, we get it to where it needs to be and know how to add value. The thing that's most painful to me, I should say, is that governance is not rocket science at all. In fact, what they are doing in government in Nigeria today as a whole, that is costing us an arm and a leg, is what some people can do on their handheld devices. Peter will be on and be say, may I get issue with anybody we don't govern this country. At any have broken down into about 10 places, which has to do with security, power, because anybody that is deceiving you that Nigeria will make it without electricity, you should ask the person to go and shut up. is our number one institutional problem that must be fixed. If we want to compete in the world, we must get rid of darkness. Because electricity is not about darkness alone. It is also the fulcrum of technology today.
True.
So if you cannot power the devices that is driving the world, you are not ready, you are not part of the global community. You can't produce if you don't have electricity. And if you have electricity, you will improve security. And then, so there are 10 of those things, infrastructure, we have healthcare, we've discussed agriculture, but I'm not talking about agriculture of,
Subsistence farming.
Yeah, subsistence, the sharpening knife or with stone. Have broken down into about 10 places, which has to do with security, power, because anybody that is deceiving you that Nigeria will make it without electricity, you should ask the person to go and shut up. It's our number one institutional problem that must be fixed. If we want to compete in the world, we must get rid of darkness. Because electricity is not about darkness alone. It is also the fulcrum of technology today.
True.
So if you cannot power the devices that is driving the world, you are not ready, you are not part of the global community. You can't produce if you don't have electricity. And if you have electricity, you will improve security. And then, so there are 10 of those things, infrastructure, we have healthcare, we've discussed agriculture, but I'm not talking about agriculture of,
Subsistence farming.
Yeah, subsistence, the sharpening knife or with stone. No, we've reached a level where
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your geographical location. Thank you for joining me this evening. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and starting the new week. Hope also you also having a wonderful day today. And for those of you in the United States preparing for Thanksgiving, I hope you're preparing very well because some of us may drop by your house unannounced. To some of us, like me, may drop by your house unannounced to get to share that turkey or whatever you eat on Thanksgiving Day. You've listened to the video, and uh, you can see where I got my name from or my stage name from. Everybody loves electricity. Like you said, this is one of the interview or statement is made so far that I can say I 100% agree with, and I've been also over time talking about this issue of fixing our electricity. He said it's the number one institutional problem for us to fix, and which is 100% correct. Also, we will be discussing advocating for independent candidates in Nigeria because we need independent candidates right now because this party's issue it's not working for us. As you are aware, the Odo State election is over, and it's confirmed that APC party uh, we won the governorship election. So their threat was not, or the statement they made wasn't just a threat. Where Danju they made that they will follow Edo State template and apply it to Ondo and Anambra. So the next one is Anambra. And there's also a threat in respect to Abia State, where I think the number 6 man said Abia State will be converted to what? To APC. And it appears that come 2027, the entire country, governorship, presidency, local government chairman, will be occupied by the APC party. However, we are here to talk about, or I am here to talk about the electricity, where he said that if we think Nigeria will be better without electricity, then we should think twice and tell the person to shut up, which I 100% agree with. Though I wouldn't tell the person to shut up. However, I can tell you that without electricity, we're not going to make progress anytime soon. But how do we go about ensuring we get our power sector functioning again? And so, how do we do that? That is the issue. That is why we are here this evening. I've always advocate for this issue of electricity. I've not seen any leader or any governor, even Sowore himself. I wish also he had campaigned on this issue of electricity. Then I think we will make a headway, or it will probably gain the sympathy of the citizens. But nobody has campaigned against for it. I beg your pardon. Well, during the 2020 election, P2B went to Egypt looking at their power grid, blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. Uh, I don't know what the electricity situation was like when he was 8 years governor of Anambra State. Was there stable electricity in Anambra State during his tenure? Anyway, thank you for joining me. I don't know if you watched the video. If you didn't watch it, I can play it again. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did actually.
You want to weigh in on that, please?
Mm. I want to quickly weigh in first on the. You were talking about independent candidate. Do you really think we can survive with that? I doubt. I don't think Nigeria can survive with independent candidate.
Why do you say so?
The first of all, the major reason is we don't have electoral system. Our electoral system is highly flawed, compromised. The way the politics work in Nigeria, you really need the structure to protect your vote as it is today. If we have a system, let's say we have a system that is completely electronic, where the vote of the people count, where you don't have to monitor your vote, then we can have an independent candidate. But from what we have today, it's not going to work. So, as a matter of fact, it has to be a major party that has structure all over the country for you to win the election. Even in America, as a matter of fact, independent candidate, you see, they don't have impact. You only hear of the Democrat and the Republican right from since I grew up. They have independent candidate. You basically win the election is about structure, to be honest. But I know when you have an independent system, like a proper electoral system, where people can, let's say if it's electronic, where people can vote, you don't need to give people money to vote. People can vote their conscience. Even people in diaspora are able to vote. Then that will work. The people can say, okay, this is the person I want. You know, you voted for the person. That vote is going to that person. It's not going to be rigged. Then we will go. That's on that. Then on the issue of electricity, I really love what they said on that video. My summary of the electricity is life. So that's my summary. So the importance.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Sorry, I thought you finished.
The importance of electricity cannot just be overemphasized. When you give people electricity, to be honest, I don't know the people that don't want us to have this electricity. Electricity is security. Electricity will create jobs. People will create their whole job, not even the government. As a matter of fact, even companies will come in, they will be encouraged to come in to create jobs. Even like I usually give credit to the telecom company because I've worked in that industry in Nigeria before. With the cost of them running their mats, their transmission stations, BTS, is so expensive that you can't even imagine. Because we have the population, that's why they are able to charge low and they still make profit. Otherwise, the cost is just too much. So when you have electricity, just imagine even the barber, they can do well better in their businesses. The hairdresser, the common people. If in fact the people that we sell ice block, they will do better. So it's just a shame that by now we see discussing electricity. I really fear for our infrastructure too. I think we don't have enough infrastructure. When it comes to the energy sector, you have to keep renewing the infrastructure in terms of maintenance. One of the issue I listened to the EFCC chairman, one of the discovery they said the final was the contractors that we are giving this contract, they are not using quality equipment. This is a very, very big problem. It is a very big problem. It's a shame that Nigerians are the people doing this contract. They don't have mercy. They don't have pity on the people. They don't understand the importance of nation building. They don't know. All of us, we have to contribute our part. It is a big shame. But you prefer to just take the money, put in your pocket, and you eat for how many years? Then you spend 80, 90 years if you are too old. Then you're gone. It is a big shame, to be
Okay.
honest.
Before I go into that EFCC's chairman
Mm,
statement
mm.
and what is how does the issue of electricity or yes, the financial fraud investigation. Looking at the topic and this state Sowore said this, don't be deceived, Nigeria will not make it without electricity. Does that mean we are wasting our time?
I kind of agree with that point too, because without electricity, I don't see where we're going. Because there is a statement, one of the in one of the video when he was saying, today we're talking of technology. Without electricity, electricity is the bedrock of technology. Even to create a data center, the energy that goes into a data center is a lot. So you need electricity to do all that. Without electricity, how are you gonna even power servers? How do you even do all this stuff? We're talking of technology. How you need even to charge a computer, you need electricity to do that. So technology and electricity they kind of go side by side. You need one is dependent on one. So how long are we gonna keep using generators? Using, I think it's just that we don't have what the president is supposed to do if he's ready to help Nigeria, declare state of emergency on electricity, really like decentralize it in the true sense of it. Now, in fact, encourage the state if it's to match dollar to dollar, some of the states, for example, that can provide that can use solar to generate the electricity, let them have their independent power plant and be doing their stuff, generate your electricity. There are states that have coal. There are states that have whatever you can use. Decentralize it. Let people look for solution to in their whole respective state.
Yeah, but Buhari signed it into law for each state to generate their own electricity.
Yes, yes.
So why you
I
said they
I
should
love
the federal government should support them the more
I love
when
that some of the states they don't also have the resources. Um, so what I think should happen, the federal can come in to give them support. Some of the states. Um, at this point, they don't. I don't know. I have not read that document. I don't know how independent it can be in terms of the state, what they can generate if there are some restrictions on those rules. But where I feel pain sometimes is I feel the people in government, both the federal and the state, they are, most of them are not genuine about looking for solution for Nigeria problems. they do surface things, they are not genuine. Maybe if they are genuine, they will be able to arrive at solution. You see, all of them, they spend money, they get into office, it just they want to live big life, they want to waste money on stupid stuff that are not necessary. That's just the problem. You have to look for genuine solution. You have to look for genuine solution. Even if you start like we just discussed the power generation or whatever, even if you're looking for a way to get that done, it might be a 10 years project. You do it in phases, phase one, phase two, phase three, in such a way that successive governments will come in and say, okay, this person has got it to this point. Let me continue from there. That's another thing I think we are lacking. A PDP governor can be doing stuff now. APC governor will come, it will destroy everything. I want to start. You can't waste people money in that aspect. Even I have told the senators, the rep, by now they should have bill that will compel the incoming administration to complete ongoing projects, to not abandon people's projects. Because you see what happened in some states, a governor will spend billions of naira on a project, another administration, for them not to attach that project to their name, they stop the project, they abandon it, the money is wasted, they don't care.
All right. You did say some states don't have the financial wherewith to generate. Let me highlight something to you. Just give me 1 second,
Okay.
please. Let me highlight something to you, so that we take it from there, because present share screen. Here it is. Buhari signs amended constitution to allow states generate, transmit / transmit electricity. Sorry, let me just take this one down. Sorry about this advert, they keep popping up. So here it is. This was the President Major General Buhari retired has signed into law the constitutional amendment allowing states in the country to license, generate, transmit, and distribute electricity. This was made known in a tweet by the presidential media spokesman Tolu Ogunlesi on Friday. He tweeted, President Buhari has signed 16 constitutional amendment bills into law. By this signing, state houses of assembly and judiciary now have constitutional guaranteed financial independence, while railways have moved from exclusive legislative leave to the concurrent list. Another landmark change by virtue of the pension asset, Nigerian state can now generate, transmit, and distribute electricity in areas covered by the national grid. This wasn't allowed pre-amendment. This is genuine, realistic restructuring through the Constitution. Now, I don't know where you what you want to rely upon in terms of the states are not financial wherewithal. They don't have the financial power to generate electricity based on this law that was signed in. I'll give 3 examples. 3 states. We have River State, Bayelsa State. I'm mentioning states that have money and have resources. I think Lagos State is
Lagos,
doing it.
Akwa Ibom.
Ibom. I'm looking at one. I'm looking at state Delta State. So mentioning this 4 state, I mean, other states have their own resources that they use to generate. Are you saying these states don't have that financial wherewithal to start to generate electricity in the state, in their state, to the citizens?
Yeah, I said some states, right? So I know some states have the capacity. To be honest, even the state we think that don't have capacity, they can go into independent IPP, independent public-private partnership. So they can go into this kind of engagement where you bring in private company, the government can help percentage of those companies to to start building power plants. It's not out of place, to be honest. So I think that was actually a good bill. So if you ask me now, the state governors, they are supposed to take advantage of it, but they are not doing it. So the point I was just putting in is state that we need probably more assistance from the federal. If federal have sufficient money, they could have a program. It's just like they have this educational program
So
where they match.
just do us a
Mhm.
favor by highlighting the states that you think needs the federal government financial assistance, so that we
I,
know what we're arguing
I would
about.
say most states in the north. I would say I think most states in the southern state. I think some states in the southeast, in the southwest. I think the most viable state and the state in the south. Maybe apart from Cross River, maybe even Edo, I think they have capacity to do that. So, like in Lagos, yes, Ogun State, I think they can do that. Oshu State, they have a lot of resources. I think they can. Say like Ondo State, Anambra State, I would think they can involve in such projects. You could say some other state like Enugu, Abia, most states in the north. I mean, Kano should be able to get involved in such projects. So I think it's just the political will to get involved and do it. I think that's where the problem is.
All right, give me 1 second. I need to highlight something again because I'm just going by your arguments, and
Mm.
so that we know where we are this evening. Because definitely, I agree with Sowore. Can you see what's on the screen there, please? Can you
Yes.
confirm you see
Yep.
what's on the screen?
Yep.
Is
Abia
it is
State
it?
Gold
Can you
Zinc.
read it? Is it legible for you to read?
Yes, Abia State
Okay.
Gold,
So
the
Abia has
natural
gold,
resources,
lead, zinc, limestone,
zinc,
Abuja,
limestone, oil, gas, salt,
clay, Adamawa,
Abuja.
bentonite, gypsum, Akwa
Yeah.
Ibom, grape,
Yep.
oil,
Yep.
gas, salt, uranium. Hold on,
Mhm.
I'm just trying to bring the rest up. So here we stop in Akwa Ibom, Anambra. We have Bauchi. So we have this is almost 37 states in Nigeria.
Hmm.
37 states. How many states do we have now? Is it not 38 or still 37?
36 plus FCT 37.
From FCT, so 37. So you can say that with each state,
Hmm.
we have one natural resources or the other. Kebbi only has one gold, and
Hmm.
Jigawa has only one butils. So every other state, the rest have more than one
Hmm.
natural resources. Taraba State has lead and zinc. So why would you say that some of these states needs the federal government assistance?
They have the resources. I think one of the problem is some of these natural resources um, they are not tapped yet, so they are
Do
still
you
underdeveloped.
is that your opinion or you have evidence to that?
Well, that's I would take a lot of the state. I know, like Zamfara, they exploiting gold. Um, I think the natural resources that are mainly being harnessed in Nigeria is the oil and gas industry, the petroleum. Apart from
But
that,
there's a report about Zamfara where gold is being
yeah,
extracted out and being
electricity. I'm gonna
taken out
join
of the
you back,
country
please.
every
I'm
year,
gonna join
every
you
day.
back. Okay, I'm gonna
Uh,
come back. I'm
all
coming.
right,
Let
no
me
problem.
jump on
Thank
a
you
meeting.
for
Yeah.
joining. That is appreciated. Those of you in the comment section, AB, Vanswell, thank you for joining. I will highlight uh, AB, I've highlighted one. So, Vanswell, good evening for joining. Say good evening. How can a country of over 200 million rely on 12 kilo megawatts? Ghana with 33 million has about 6. kilomegawatt. So is this correct? So I don't know if it's correct, Vance, Vine Maxwell. Abi, thanks for joining. But this comment of yours, if you could shed some light on it. You said, anyway, we need to stop this. I mean, you are a scientist. We need to prioritize those who need 24-hour electricity and those who want 24-hour supply. I'm a little bit confused there, AB. Uh, I'm trying to understand what you're saying here. We need to prioritize those who need 24-hour electricity and those who want 24-hour supply. Uh, what do you mean by that? Everyone needs 24-hour electricity and they want the electricity 24-hour supply of electricity. So what exactly are you saying? Please, if you don't mind, could you shed some more light on this your statement a bit? Again, thanks for joining. From what you have read, I mean, heard so far from Sowore, he said, "Don't be deceived. Nigeria will not make it without electricity." So, and I asked you why. So, was why are we wasting our time then? Because I 100% agree with what he said. I can't take it. I can't say it better than yeah, he already said it. So, if Nigeria will not make it without electricity, the citizens, how do the citizens approach this matter and how we can deal with it? Because, truth be told, I'm going to play the video again. Even the small power, small equipment that we have needs to be charged. So I'm just going to play the video again for the benefit of those that are just joining us. Please take a listen to this video that I'm about to share with you. Abi, I hope you will shed some more light on, you clarify on what you meant by your statement. Thank you.
Have broken down into about 10 places, which has to do with security, power, because anybody that is deceiving you that Nigeria will make it without electricity, you should ask the person to go and shut up. It's our number one institutional problem that must be fixed. If we want to compete in the world, we must get rid of darkness.
It's our number one institutional problem that we have to fix. And for us to fix it, we have to get rid of what? Of darkness. He also went further to say, made something about security. And I wish forefather is here that often talk about security for us to look at the fact.
Broken down into about 10 places,
what,
which has to do with security, power, because anybody that is deceiving you that Nigeria will make it without electricity, you should ask the person to go and shut up. It's our number one institutional problem that must be fixed. If we want to compete in the world, we must get rid of darkness. Because
so if we are going to compete with the rest of the world, we must get rid of what? Of darkness. If we are to compete with the rest of the world, the first thing we have to compete with is darkness, literal darkness. And to compete with that, to compete with the rest of the world, we need what? We need electricity. As you can see, also, everybody loves electricity. Please, if you love electricity, you don't hate it, not necessarily me, please kindly click on the like buttons, please, and share this broadcast for many to watch in this matter of electricity. Our number. See, everybody loves electricity. If you don't love electricity, I don't know what you're gonna love again. So, but this is not about me asking you to love me, please. If you love electricity, Timajek, we don't love you. It's okay. I can survive it if you don't love me. Uh, I can survive it. It's okay if you don't even love me. So you know what I mean by that, because your love will probably scare me. The day you open your mouth and tell me you love me, I'll probably ask a lot of questions. Abi, thank you for bringing. He said, sure, it's correct, but the emphasis is Nigeria cannot become industrialized without 247 electricity. So, but that's what he said. That's the emphasis. That's what we're trying to emphasize. That is our job to emphasize. But you see, like I often said, a lot it depends on our citizens for us to start to do something, because these things will not change on its own. Will not change if we sit down and fold our hands and do nothing about what is happening in the country. If always saying just sitting down and complaining, it won't go take us anywhere. We'll take a short break and I'll be back in less than a minute. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Have you subscribed? Yes, you. Have you subscribed? You. Yeah. Before you go, click. It's free. Click. Just that's it. Have you subscribed? You. You're laughing. Have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, madam. Thank you so much. I can see you. I can see you. We have to get to 100,000 subscribers. This by the end of the year. How are we going to do that if you don't subscribe? Yes, you. Yes, you're about to click off. Why? Have you subscribed? It's free. If you don't, ask your son, ask your daughter how to. Just one click. Thank you. Thank you. I see you. Aha. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for joining me back again. Here, thank you, Tom B. Mashri. Tom B. Mashri. He says it's not only about loving electricity, it's safer environment having, and that's correct. He did mention about security in that video. How the role electricity plays in what having a constant electricity played in ensuring that our environment is also secure, providing security. And like I said, I've often argued it here that we fix that our electricity problem. I think, my own opinion, we've fixed 80% of our problem. And I also further argue that if we have constant electricity in Nigeria, most Nigerians in diaspora will return back home. The reason or the possibility for me to sit down here and talk and come on the studio anytime is because there's constant electricity where we are. Yes, we pay for data. And so we can the woman that sells ice block, the organizer, the shoemaker, everyone depends on what? On electricity. Want it, we want it. So uh if not if, knowing fully well that Nigeria will not make it without electricity begs the question as to what do we do then if Nigeria is not going to make it without what? Without electricity. It's crucial, it's important. It's what is what going on in this generation right now. So we have to do something. If you want to join the studio, the link is there. Let me repost the link again. If you want to weigh in on this, or you disagree that we don't need electricity uh, to make it in Nigeria, you can bring your opinion on the table, and we'll look at it from all angles, north, south, east, west. Uh, Angle to know if indeed you are right in this regard. So again, we can't do anywhere. We can't go anywhere. You can't without electricity. So thank you. Thank you for joining, Choma. Good afternoon to you too. And the platform loves you as well too. Thanks for joining and God bless you. Yes, I agree with you. Even the organizer needs electricity. Yes, of course, the organizer needs electricity uh, because they need to plug their pump. I mean, their pump, their uh, what do you call this thing that they use? Their air compressor. Yes, they need to use their air compressor. At the moment, what do they use? They use a small engine run by petrol towards to operate their air compressor. The if you go to the filling stations, some of them their air compressor no longer working or because there's no electricity. You can't drive into the filling station to pump your tire, just to gauge it, to pump it. All these things have a knocking effect on our economy. So that is why we have to and get this thing fixed. This, like I say again, the citizens, you and I, until we rise up to start to ask our elected leaders in our constituency as constituents and put some heat in their bum bum. And nothing will ever change. I played a video of Daily Farrow to me the other day on the lepers colony. They didn't fold their hands waiting for manna to fall or bread to fall there from the sky. What they did is they got up, they rose up and they said, listen, let's go check this thing out. Peradventure, we may find food there. Is it better now? Can you hear me? I need someone to please confirm to me if you can hear me. Still no audio. What's going on? I don't understand. Why is this thing not playing, man? Well, something is not right here. I don't know why. Uh, it appears something is wrong here. I don't know. Uh, okay, I don't know what's going on. Something is not right here. I don't know. Uh,
we doing well?
Very well.
Are you sure?
We are grateful. We are good to go.
Thank
Yeah, thanks for your patience and understanding. My village people wanted to worry me, but they cannot worry me. Back to sender. Thank you, those of you in the comment section, for bringing that to my attention. The technical glitch has been fixed. Again, I hope you are hearing me because it appears I'm looking at myself. It appears my voice is not. But anyway, thank you very much, Emma. So back to the topic we're dealing with. Sowore said we should not be deceived. Nigeria will not make it without electricity. To which I 100% agree with. But what is the way forward? How do we solve this problem of electricity? Even when the state government or there's a bill or a law has been signing for the state government to generate their own electricity. So far, so good. It's still the same problem. We've not had any state government, anyone, or maybe I'm wrong. I stand to be corrected. If it doesn't matter what state you're from and you're watching, have you heard? Is there anything of such in your state that the governor, the government of your state is not generating electricity where you have 247? Okay, don't let us go too far. Let's say you have 10 hours working electricity. If that is happening in your state, we would like to hear from you on this platform and to commend the governor who is working on this. We know Abia State, which is less OT, it's working there. And we don't know what the update is, if it's still working properly. It's still on, no sabotage. But we must also remember this. Why we tend to blame the government all the time? The citizens' responsibility also matters. In what? In paying in paying our bills or the bills. And when I remember the bills now, I remember when I mentioned the bills, something came to my mind that people actually pay for darkness, not for light in Nigeria. And that is why I smiled. We pay for darkness, not for light. And when they are coming to collect electricity bill, they come 1 week towards the end of the month and leave the electricity for maybe 2 days, exciting, where everybody get excited when they come around there so that they'll go and pay, you go and pay your bill. Anyway, thank you for joining me back.
Yeah.
For my village people. My village people try to attack me, but the God that answered by fire banish them from here. They thought they can come and cut my electricity here. It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. We don't. There's no up NEPA here. So
Yeah.
we're still on the issue of electricity. Do you know of any state? Yeah, before you left, your argument was some state government need assistance from the federal government, and I did show you a few information of what the resources some states have. In fact, the resources that all states in the federation have. So why are we not seeing them putting these resources or making use of it toward to impact into the system? So are we making excuses for them or are you making
No,
excuses for them?
not at all. I'm gonna add this, right? I genuinely feel the country, Nigeria, needs restructuring. How the country is gonna restructure, people need to sit down, have the discussion. But I'm gonna talk from my own personal opinion. My own personal opinion is, if we want the system to remain the way it is, the federal government needs to give more concession to the state. Make the state responsible, like responsible design the system in such a way that they stop looking at Abuja, they want to go every month to collect money. So that I also want a situation where the people from each state or people that live in each state can hold the government, the governor, the government, the state government responsible. Let them be accountable, because the system we still have is like we have a federal government that is sitting on a lot of things that I feel is just too. It's just our president is just kind of too powerful. The state, I know they are tyrants. You got to look the governors. You got to look for how to also do check and balances too. And the other thing is, I really want a system. If you look at it, just the way they decentralize, not decentralize, what is it called? The way the telecommunication industry is, complete the regulation where there is some level of healthy competition. If Globalcom is not working for you, you throw away their SIM, you go buy MTN. If MTN is not working for you, I think we still have the old Econet, I don't know what it's called now. You go get it. So that is how electricity is supposed to be, especially with the distribution company across the state. You can have up to 5 distribution company in one state. Let's say in Lagos State now, you have up to 5 distribution company. The government will focus more on the generation of the electricity, the transmission. We will even have transmission companies doing the transmission part of it. Of course, you can have a company like the way the American system is structured. They are doing the transmission, they are doing the distribution. So we got to look for a real solution, study our environment, what will work for us. One thing I think that used to be working for us, like I will tell you this story. More than around 50 years ago, me and my cousin, we were using the prepay meter already in our house then. What happened to prepay meter? I don't know why nobody is discussing it. I think there was some level of sabotage. Prepay meter, what prepay meter does, right? So I think the NEPA, the UAPC, or whatever they call them, they discover that, now we are not making money. We can't collect bribe. We can't do estimated billing. Now, let's forget about this prepay meter. It's not going to work for us. But that was part of the solution. What prepay meter does, people will be more disciplined with energy usage. Discipline decides that just like when you buy, when we were growing up, when we don't have money, if we buy call card on our phone, you are looking at the minute. I don't want to talk more than 2 minutes. I don't have money. You are disciplined. Now, when you have electricity where your meter is reading, before you leave the house, you are forced to switch off your electronics equipment. You are forced to switch off the light you are not using because you are cautious of the cost. What that also does is it reduces the load in the transformers. So that is when you can even have now 2 price for peak period and off peak. Off peak is like you encourage people now use the electricity more. You can use your dishwasher if you have. You can use the big appliances if you have. Use them more. That would have actually encouraged us for our transformer not to overload. If you remember when we were growing up, like you are at home, you hear boom, transformer don't blow. Have you heard such thing in the West? So those are kind of like part of the solution. Bring people that have experience in this field to come work in this industry. We have a lot of Nigeria.
Right,
Let me finish this statement.
Okay,
We have a lot of Nigeria in every field. Experience, having tons of experience. look for these people, encourage them to come work genuinely for us. If you want to develop our health sector, you have Nigeria all over the world that you can encourage to come over to help in building the country. This is the genuineness we don't have in our country. Thank you.
You reference sabotage. Yes, a lot of people have paid for prepaid meter in Nigeria, and uh, a lot of people have paid for prepaid meter in Nigeria, but they've not gotten it. So I can agree with you to a large extent that it is sabotage because by doing so, but let's go by that argument that it is sabotage. That means we cannot blame the government for
Alone.
such. No, for such, because this sabotage is coming from those working in the PHC, and if I'm correct, but let me use NEPA, please. I'm not used to that PHC, please.
Yeah.
Coming from them, who happens to be either your brother, my sister, will work. So the problem is the citizens causing it, and it's equally the citizens that will solve this problem. So, but on the other hand, in terms of the state government having to generate their own power plant, electricity business, and not having money, are you still standing on that they should go for the federal government to get
No,
assistance?
that is kind of like part of the offshore. If I'm a state governor today, I'm gonna source for fund. Like I said, I also make mention of the public-private partnership, PPP. Get private company that are willing to invest in the energy industry in your state. You can go into agreement with them. Okay, the government will bring some percent, some percent of the company for you to give them trust to invest their money. Government can say, okay, we're able to hold 50%, 51%, 25%. Put in money to encourage them to do that investment. There is nothing wrong with that. And a time will come where the profit will be coming. Go into negotiation. So for me, when I said the federal government can also come in, if they can, to have some kind of incentive for people that, even to be honest, even in America, federal government coming to the energy industry to give utility company incentive. They do that. They help them build the infrastructure. There is nothing wrong with that. If we have genuine plan, this discussion, we are still discussing them from outside. You have to really study what is on ground, understand the system, understand what you need. That is how you provide solution to a problem. What we are still discussing, we are discussing on the general understanding of the industry, but we have to look at the industry critically, look at what we have, define the problem we have. We have to localize the problem and localize the solution, kind of.
Anyway, I'm a little bit confused. They say we should define the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Are you suggesting that the problem have not been defined and over-defined?
The problem have been defined in general terms. In specific terms, it has not been defined.
What do you mean by
let
that, please? Could you,
let me
the
explain.
audience will like, the viewers will like to know.
Okay, let me
What do you
explain,
mean it's
right?
not been
So
defined in specific terms?
okay, we have energy problem. That is a general overview. Now you have to go into specific. Okay, we need to build 10 substations. Let's take Delta State as a case study. We need to build 10 substations. Cost of substation can go up to $5 million. Now we don't have the fund. How do we generate the fund to build those substations? Define the phases too. Okay, phase one, we need 3 substations each in each senatorial district. That is one. The second phase is the technical know-how. We need company that will come in to help us in building this, you will award the contract to build these substations. That's second phase. So you have to define all these problems locally in such a way that the question is, do we have companies within the country that can develop this substation? You need to look at the time frame. You need basically do all the feasibility study for you to
Okay.
understand what you're doing.
So, anyway, again, you are arguing like a government official. Are you suggesting that they don't know all these things you've just highlighted? Please, I need you to be honest in your response.
Let me be very
Over
frank
the
to
years, given the time we've been going through this electricity problem.
This one will shock you. Maybe Dr. Alexander Gomez is on the comment section. This one will shock you. Some of these our government people, they don't understand what they are doing. They don't know what they are doing. I'm telling you, they don't understand. When you listen to the senators, right? Listen to what they're discussing. I don't know if you've taken time to listen to these people. There are some of them are very good. You listen to some of them, they don't understand nothing. Even common technology, they don't even understand how commodities work. I'm telling you the plain truth. We are overrating these people.
No. I'm not saying we are overrating. I'm saying these people. You're saying that they don't know what they don't know anything, or they don't know what they are doing. I don't find that comfortable, because I can argue here that these individuals knows what they are doing. But even if we argue that they don't know what they are doing, they can see the darkness in the country and ask questions to themselves. Why are we in darkness? So if they ask themselves, why are we in darkness? That is a premise for them to find a solution to this darkness. So, but these individuals have the tenacity to steal money, millions and billions, and we are here saying they don't know what they're doing. They don't know anything they want.
Let me comment again. I said some of them they know, some don't know. That's one part of the problem. The second part of the problem is majority of them, they don't have the political will. They are not even interested in the solution. So even when you see them, they want to do it, they just do it on the surface. It's just like if you ever like follow our Nigeria state governors, they can just come now. You know the road they are doing. You don't really care the quality of the material they're using. You don't even care the quality of the road. They just do the surface, just do anything. As long as in 3 months, I have seen roads done by federal state government. In less than a year, they are damaged. So that is to tell you there is no political will. If you are a state governor, you really want to work for your people, you will be interested in quality of the road. In fact, I will tell the contractor, you have to sign an agreement. This road must minimum anything that happened within 25 years, you are going to go back there to fix it for free. You go into agreement. That is how jobs are done.
If people don't know you, they will think you work for Tinubu. I have to be honest. And that's just the truth. Because contractors that awarded contract to do anything in reference to the road you just mentioned, before the money gets to the contractor, this has been shared. Okay.
Cool.
Saying that they don't know what they are doing, that is where I'm a little bit confused. That's where I'm confused.
No. What I mean, they don't know what they are doing. Okay, let me. Maybe this is confusing. Okay, there are governors, right? Like, just like you said, there is no light. Then they looking for solution. They cannot even see when you want to solve a problem, right? If there is something I don't know, I want to learn new technology. I will at least do a research, carry out a research. You will agree with me. If you have the zeal to get something done, How is it done? What's the difference? How can we get good? You will look into it and do serious research. At least read about it, read about what is happening, to have basic understanding of the problem, of how the problem can be solved. Look for expert. Now you cannot seek. It's just like you want to go meet a medical doctor in the hospital, right? If I have a problem, the first thing I do before I go there, I will do research. I will try to read about it. Okay, how is it? So that if I get to meet, if I go get to the hospital, I'm able to ask the doctor specific question. Why is this? Oh, okay. What is it? You will have discussion. The doctor said will be surprised the kind of question you are asking, meaning because you prepare to go there. You don't necessarily need to be a doctor for you to understand some basic stuff. Then he can clarify those stuff for you. Our political leaders, they are not interested in the solution. That is the first problem. They are not even interested. Not having the political will to solve a problem is a problem itself. But if you have the political will, you will look for genuine solution. You will look for people that have competence to advise you to get the job done, that have competence, the contractor that have competence, company that have competence, credibility to do the job for you. You will look for how this job can be, how the solution, how you can arrive at the solution. That is what they don't have, because they are not even interested. Instead, let me finish this statement. Instead, for example, for in case of road, they give this contract to their cronies. Before they give you the crony, they tell you, oh, there's kickback. I'm going to get 20%. So
Okay.
even if you don't complete the job, they don't care. They allow you to go. These are the problem. This problem we're having.
What you just did just now is shoot yourself in the leg.
Oh my God.
Because because that's what you did. That means
Okay,
they know what they are
explain.
doing, but they know the good thing to do, but they decided not to do it because you said they don't care, they don't have the political will. They work with their cronies. That means they know what to do, but they just refuse to do it. Would that be correct?
That is correct.
Good. Now look at what is on the screen there. I said I
Yeah,
don't
Choma.
think they care. They know what they are doing because the airport lost power every day. Now, who is the current? I think Kiyamo is the current
Kiyamu. Yeah, Festus
is the
Kiyamu.
Minister of Aviation.
Yeah.
Are you? Can you? Let me just. I'm putting some questions appears to be stupid or foolish. Are
There
you
is nothing
saying
like
that
a foolish
Kiyamo
question.
does not know anything?
Oh, it does.
Okay,
So,
but hold on now, relax, calm down, fire ballet. If Kiyamo, you just confirm, knows he's a lawyer, he's a human rights lawyer before he now wants to start defending criminals. Even though criminals also have rights, they have the right to be defended. But here it says because the airport loses power every day and it's business as usual. So that means Kiyamo doesn't know what he's doing.
well, even when I said that, I said some of them, right? So some of them,
mention two. Mention two individuals that you know that they don't know what they're doing.
honestly, I have seen some of the state governors, right? That where
Mention
you,
two. Give me two. Give us two names. Two
I
names.
don't want to mention names,
No,
and
why
I don't
can't you
want to.
mention it? We mentioned Tinubu's name here. We are not
Who can
insulting
I?
anybody. You know, I don't
Can?
allow
Okay,
insult. We
let
are
me see
saying
if I can. Let me see if I can.
like I said, if I don't know you, I'll say you are working for Tinubu
Let
government.
me see. Let me see if
And
I
I'll
can.
just ban you from the
If I
platform.
can
And
figure
I'm
out
being
some name.
honest. Okay,
Let me
I will
see.
wait it. I'll
Let me see
give
if I
it.
can
Think
figure out
about
some
it.
name.
Think about it.
Okay, let me tell you. Give you an example. So the current Edo State governor, right? During the campaign, they asked him, for example, he said he want to give the state light. He want to make sure there is 24 hours light. Then they asked him, how do you plan to give the state light? He said, oh, I will put pole, I will put transformer. That's not, it shows you don't have the deeper knowledge of how electricity is generated, is
Hold that
transmitted,
thought
is
there.
distributed.
How about the former governor, Obaseki?
Obaseki, I think, how we say I would call him wicked, to be honest.
How about
He does not
Oshomole that
have the
was governor?
political
How
will.
about, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. How about Oshomole that was governor of Edo
Oshomole
State?
knows. Oshomole knows. In the
Uh,
area of electricity, he did do nothing. He did something in the area of infrastructure like road, education, schools. He did very good in those areas. Electricity he did do nothing. Probably that time there was no well, even Obaseki actually went into a public partnership with a private company to build an independent power plant in Edo. There is but it's a private company. But I don't know the megawatt they are generating. So let me also say this. The reason I said some of them is absolute wickedness, even when they know what they are doing. I don't know if you watched this video from Davido's father. Davido's father is into power generation. He has invested a lot in it. He was giving this testimony how when he wanted to start the power plant he's just about to finish, they refused to grant him license to do that. I was so furious that in a country where our biggest problem is power, here is somebody that is willing to invest billions of naira. You want to stop the project. That shows some level of wickedness. If you go investigate that now, you will discover his reason were personal reason because you are not giving me, you need to wet my hand before I will allow you give you the license. It shows again they don't understand nature building. They don't understand what is called selflessness. In fact, if you get money, say you're supposed to add to him and say, Oga, I bet take this one, I'll join and build the power plant for us.
Thank you.
So that shows that one I will call it just wickedness. That's what I would call it, nothing more. Witchcraft in
Thank,
the afternoon.
thank you for coming to for delivering yourself from the Tinubu's administration. That you now admit that that is a wickedness because from where I am sitting and from where most Nigerians are sitting, they probably will tell you this guy have taken a good job from Tinubu. So he's now he's saying that they don't know what they are doing. Uh, well, somebody already confirms it. Ewa is a
Don't mind them.
politician. I tell you for free, and it is true because this is a continuous problem in the country over the years, and we will not say people they don't know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. Anybody that can steal money knows what they are doing.
They are
So
wicked though.
anybody that can change figures in that one, it's wickedness. But like I said,
Wickedness.
Sowore was right. We can't. There's nothing we can do. Don't let me use the word. There's nothing we can do. There's a lot the citizens can do. But as long as the citizens keep folding their hands and do nothing about it, the problem will not go away. And it is truth that Nigeria will not make it. Nigeria will not get better, no matter which president come there. Even this electoral system will experience worse glitch come 2027. In fact, the grid will shut down. All those things they used to vote, you're very surprised. Because you need electricity to work those things. And some of them are battery power. You need electricity to charge their battery. Because I experienced it when I was in Nigeria. Some of them did not work. So you have to wait on the network. The network has disappeared. Their grandfather, the witch in Anambra State, where Peter Bicon carried the network away. So
Anyway,
all the witch in Tinubu said it's from Lagos State, carried the network away. And so that was why they were unable to to count this.
I
So
remember. The person I remember, if you still remember, when Obasanjo spent up to like 60 billion on power and there was no result. That was a shame. That was a big shame.
I think I heard, I'm not sure, Obasanjo challenged Lagos state government one time in court for wanting to build generate electricity or whatever. I
Yeah,
don't know the full story. You
yeah.
see,
He
these
stopped
people,
it actually. That was
it's
during
stop it.
Tinubu. Yeah.
So somebody here is saying, can you imagine the budget for the next election with the current cost of fuel? As the next election, the 37th state of the federation belongs to APC, and I never known it, and I dey play.
Actually, they are playing. Nigeria
uh,
are playing. We are not
uh,
ready, to be honest.
the 37th state of the federation belongs to what? To APC. May not dey phone down for them. Yeah. And this is it. Yeah, thank you, those of you who have joined. Nigeria was not created to have life, but taxes. That is why we are paying estimated bills in NEPA. Without using that.
Honestly,
I do
honestly.
that country, the madness there. Don't worry. This Friday, like I said, I don't know if you watch the video I played. Let me see if I can get it. If I can play it here just for it's a present video file. I hope I've not deleted it. Yeah, I think I have it here. Let's see if it's this one. 14. Let's see if it's this one. That is the sound of the trumpet that you've just heard. But what is it calling for the General Assembly for? Is it a calling for war? A calling for deliverance? A calling for journeying to the promised land? Or a calling saying to your tent, O ye Israel? Join us this Friday, 22nd of November 2024, to find out exactly what this calling of the General Assembly represents. We look forward to seeing you. God bless. No, did you get the message there? Good. So
Yes,
this
yes.
this Friday, 22nd of 22nd of
November.
November, just a few days from now, there'll be no room for people to come in. So if you're not here early, uh,
Mm.
you will not get a space. As you can hear the sound of the trumpet, blow the trumpet. So it's the calling for a war or for deliverance and for a journey or to return. So I will post it on Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Mm.
and let's see what will happen after then. So be prepared for that day. So somebody is saying here that AY, that is an allegation. OBJ never spent $16 billion on electricity. Is that
I,
correct?
I'm suspecting AB now. AB.
So
You should
okay,
say.
I think the argument is the figure, not that OBJ did not spend money on the. So we don't know the figure, or are you standing by the figure? It will make sense for them to put solar in community halls, all the elections there, if they have any sense. So you see, if they put solar in a community hall, how about the transmitting of the result? What do you use for it? How about the transmitting of the result? So that is one thing we should also consider. Thank you, Jeremy. But the Association of Perpetual Criminals has done what they know how to do better at Ondo State election. I said, come 2027, the entire governor state federation of Nigeria will be APC, and they play. I don't know anything. Tinubu and I'm mates. Tinubu and I'm mates. That is the person they say is illiterate. It's Olodo. He didn't go to school, but yet he's controlling even the educated ones, the professors. The professors, he makes them INEC officials. They're all
The the
officials.
APC chairman said yesterday that the next state they're gonna capture is Osun State and Oyo State.
I mean, he said it after the Edo State election. He said the
Yeah,
template they use for Odo will be applied to. The template they use for Edo State will be applied to Ondo and Anambra State. That's a Pitobi.
Oh man, you should forget about Anambra State too. Anambra
Why?
State is APC cannot survive in Anambra. You can't.
Why? Why?
I'm telling you, you can't survive in Anambra.
Why? Why?
Uh,
Why? Leave that matter for Matthias. Leave that matter
the person
for
I think would
Matthias.
have been able to pull number in Anambra maybe is Ifai Uba.
Okay, let's wait and see. Sit down, look, they say I'm the dog name. Let's
Because
wait and see.
I think Soludo knows how to play this politics too. He might just tell them to leave the state for him. He's going to join PC.
What party is Soludo?
It's Abga.
Abga.
Abga is a very strong party in Anambra.
Okay. Where money speaks, forget about Soludo. Where money speaks, forget about Soludo. But you see, fellow Nigerians, it's all in our hands. I've been singing this song, dancing with this song, until the citizens rise up and start to invoke the provisions of the Constitution, Section 68, 69, and 110 of the Constitution. Then we will know that, yes, we are prepared for a change. And I will keep singing this song and dancing it, and until we, the citizens, I'm done blaming leaders. Yes, they have their problem. But about us citizens, what are we doing? Folding our hands, expecting manna to fall from heaven, expecting prayer to make $1, stop $1 to be 10,000 naira. And yet we've not been able to pray to have this constant electricity. The nation goes nowhere. I've been singing this song all along. I'm trying to look for a song to qualify it all along. Righteous man has light today.
Righteous
somebody shout hallelujah. Somebody please shout hallelujah. Righteous man, shout hallelujah.
Is not using candle today.
Everyone has light today. Thank you, Jesus. The prayer is working. I think the dollar is $1 to £1 now. Chema responded, hallelujah. Somebody shout hallelujah. Righteous man has light today. All right. Righteous man, welcome to the discussion. The floor is all yours.
Yeah, good evening. I'm just getting home now. I just entered. I said, okay, let me know what is going on. I pray that the light stays till daybreak so that one can use it to cool off the stress and tension.
Can you imagine? You are back in the light with prayer again. I remember when I first came to Europe. Let me tell you the story. The first few weeks, I started ironing my clothes. I was ironing the clothes so that we're thinking that, man, the electricity will go up. The electricity might go up. You know the way I was in Nigeria then. I ironed all my clothes for the weeks, for the month. After washing, I make sure I iron everything. I was still a young, fine boy then, not now that I've given all those life up because of stress of life. So until it dawned on me that people, they don't see light. What is the problem? Even right now, self, I don't even iron clothes again, except it is very, very necessary.
Same
So
here.
the mentality that we carried over here. So we were talking about electricity. The what's his name? Let me play the video for you so that it's not a long video, so that you get understand what we are talking about. That Sowore did, and give me 1 second, please. Share present, share screen. It's just about 1 minute video.
Security, power, because anybody that is deceiving you that Nigeria will make it without it, you should ask the person to go and shut up. It's our number one institutional problem that must be fixed. If we want to compete in the world, we must get rid of darkness. Because electricity is not about darkness alone. It is also the fulcrum of technology today.
True.
So if you cannot power the devices that is driving the world, you are not ready, you are not part of the global community. You can't produce if you don't have electricity. And if you have electricity, you will improve security. And then, so there are 10 of those things, infrastructure, we have healthcare, we've discussed agriculture, but I'm not talking about agriculture of,
Subsistence farming.
Yeah, subsistence, the sharpening knife or with stone. No, we've reached a level where the governors who are driving SUVs will tell them to reduce it to 1 and buy tractors instead. That can be, plowing.
So you can hear Showore's that electricity is our number one institutional problem to fix. The floor is yours, righteous man.
Yeah, I agree with him. In totality. Is our major institutional problem. But I have some reservation about Sowore, and not only me. When you go around the country, especially the west, the south, the southern part of Nigeria, and talk with an average youth, the problem they have with Sowore is that Sowore was the brain behind the removal of Jonathan. So those who supposed to form as his grassroots supporters now turned against him. That he was instrumental. Come and take this care of this boy. I'm on phone. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay. Listen. Thank you for that. If you're ready, let's apply.
Sorry, it's the little boy in the house. Those things I bought for him. The mother collected it. So back to what I was saying. The point that Sowore made is actually the truth. Is one, in fact, is the major institutional problem we have. Because without light in this modern world, there is nothing anybody can do. Do we want to have a good production system? The energy must be there. Do you want to invest? Even when you are going into real estate, okay, the money we spend in hiring generator when we are handling any construction site, if I tell you the amount we spend on hiring of generator, buying of fuel to fuel it, maybe from the foundation to the finishing of the house, it runs into millions. Where there is electricity, that money now will be channeled towards another thing. So his point is he hits the nail on the head, which is true. And but there is a lie that has been sold out, which nobody has been able to verify it. The accusation that OBJ and Atiku spent $16 billion on electricity is a fallacy. It's a fallacy. There is no proof to that. It was done when they just wanted to paint Atiku bad. So that was one of the blackmails that was used. I am waiting on Friday because the last meeting when this man was invited, the SEPA acclaimed prime minister, he did accuse Rudolph, and Rudolph never denied that accusation. Even when Rudolph was about arguing, the man said he's going to post it. That Rudolph was part of those who were campaigning and holding rallies against Jonathan. So Rudolph and Sahara Reporters is considered as part of the problem that made Jonathan to lose the election and brought us in under the rulership of APC. That have brought Nigeria to a standstill. We don't know whether we're going front or going back, just at the middle of the road. So on Saturday, I will ask Dr. Rudolph to please explain why was he carrying the placard to remove Jonathan, and today he's not carrying placard to remove Tinubu. Thank you. Let me rest my case.
Thank you very much. Mr. Tony, thank you for joining. And I believe, I'm not sure if you've been following the discussion. So if you want to weigh in on the issue of the topic or the topic on ground, the floor is yours to do so, please. You are muted, Mr. Tony, please.
Hello.
Hello. There seems to be
Yeah,
noise
I
in your
am.
background.
As you can see, I am out of the. I'm out of the US. I'm in Africa. Hello.
Hello. We don't understand.
Hello.
Hello. We can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I just joined, so I just saw it. I just came in and I just saw it, and I'm not quite sure I understand what you guys are discussing. So if you can refresh my mind.
We're discussing the issue of electricity. According to Sowore, don't be deceived. Whether we like him or we don't like him, that is neither here or there. But don't be deceived. Nigeria will not make it without electricity. That is the topic of the day.
Yeah. There's some truth in it, because most of the things we do here depends on electricity. You hardly can do anything without electricity. So for manufacturing, it's critical. For even for retail services, it's critical, not to talk about domestic applications and so on. So the difficulty that power poses, to development in Nigeria is crucial. It's serious, and unless that is addressed, that is one sector. I don't know, over the years now, I don't know that trying to generate electricity for the country and transmit, is rocket science. I don't know if Nigeria is jinxed, but I think that if you compare how much has been spent so far on one capacity in terms of boosting generating capacity, transmitting and distributing, it's been a very, very serious problem. And until we get that right, I think that part of the problem that we're having now will continue, because a country that is not producing, that cannot produce, that manufacturers are finding it very difficult. I don't see how that is going to negatively impact on earnings, foreign exchange earnings. It's going to impact on life generally. It's going to impact on every sector, because electricity is the bulwark for, manufacturing, for everything that you do. There's hardly anything that you do today in Nigeria that in one way or the other does not require you to that power is not necessary. What is the problem? Why have we failed? We have seen Egypt, we have seen Morocco, we have seen Vietnam. We have seen them show that they can, increase capacity. What is wrong? The first thing, when I was listening to one of the things that Obi said when he was talking about Tafawa Balewa, the first loan that Tafawa Balewa took in 1964, was to apply for a World Bank loan, to build the Kainji Dam. And that was hailed by the World Bank, even though eventually they spent much more than the loan that they obtained from the World Bank. But, Kainji Dam is still there today and is still providing services. But boosting the capacity, increasing the capacity with the growth in population and the demand for energy, has been a problem. And that has impacted negatively on the economic development in our country. And so I think it's very critical, it's very crucial. Electricity, if we get it right, I think that the nation would be positioned in a path of progress. The other thing I want to say as I close is that Ms. Chief Adeleke is currently building the biggest generating plant, power plant in Nigeria. And I was listening to him in a church service, I think it was Seventh-day Adventist Church. And he was talking about the frustration that he had gone through trying to, in this enterprise, or trying to set up this factory. I listened to him, and he was saying that an official who was supposed to give some approval for the project, told him that as long as he's alive, that project could not see daylight. After he had invested so much. But fortunately, the guy fell sick and was replaced by someone who eventually approved it. And it's going to come on stream in January next year. Hopefully, that will contribute significantly to our power needs and then help to solve part of the problems that we're currently having. So there's a challenge, even when people invest, entrepreneurship in power. When people invest, there are bottlenecks, by people who, for one reason or the other, don't seem to be happy with the fact that someone is spending his money, to help solve the rot in the industry. And I can't imagine, why anybody would challenge that kind of project for whatever reason. So these are some of the challenges. But I think in our discussion this night, I think we should be looking at what is the problem? How has it been? What is the bottleneck? What is it that is impeding, the problem? What is the problem in the power industry that we're having, that we have been tackling for so many years, or so many from Obasanjo up to date, that has always been a problem for us? Why are we having this problem? And if we can identify it and we can deal with that problem, I think it will be good. Let me stop there.
Thank you. AY actually highlighted the issue of Adeleke's power plant listing, which is a good thing. At the end of the day, we said it is we that is doing ourselves.
Yes.
We need not to blame the government much for that again. And the problem is, like they always say, maybe his own problem that is worrying that we don't have light, or maybe AY's village people is responsible for us not having light. But on Wednesday, we're having a broadcast, an important broadcast. It's titled "The Gatekeepers: Interpretation of Manipulation." On Friday, we're having a serious discussion here, debate here. It's a kind of a second follow up to the self-acclaimed Prime Minister of the Biafrans. And is it possible for somebody who claimed to be in exile to be effective? We will see that on Friday. Space are limited, so you have to buy your ticket well in advance for you to be able to come on the platform. So you reach out to Rudolph to purchase your ticket. If not, you are not going to have space. So I'm going to play the intro of the podcast for Friday. I played it earlier, but Righteous Man and yourself were not here, so I'm going to play it again. It's just less than I think about a minute video. That is the sound of the trumpet that you've just heard. But what is the calling for the General Assembly for? Is it a calling for war? A calling for deliverance? A calling for journey to the promised land? Or a calling saying to your tent, O ye Israel? Join us this Friday, 22nd of November 2024, to find out exactly what this calling of the General Assembly represents. We look forward to seeing you. God bless. So you've heard it, Righteous Man.
I was, I was, I said I don't, I don't know whether the trumpet will usher in the coming of Christ or whatever. That trumpet was, at the end of the day, I was trying to see what was behind the scene, but it ended up with your appearance. So I don't know. Are you inviting the Prime Minister again?
No, I'm not giving anything away. I can neither confirm or deny that.
If you are inviting him, that means there will be a traffic, and he will give us enough opportunity to really handle him and ask him questions, because he was much overprotected by Rudolph last time. You know, he was much overprotected. There should be space for people to actually ask him some fundamental questions. People should be allowed to pour out their hearts and ask him questions, so serious questions. But Rudolph was protecting him, shielding him. When you want to say it's okay, go to another person. So I don't know.
All right. On Friday, we will be here again. It's citizens' involvement in this issue right now, because, as you know, I focus a lot on the citizens. And but Friday podcast is a different podcast entirely. I'm likely to have a co-moderator with me. I'm still waiting for confirmation for that. With the hope that I will have a co-moderator with me. So, gentlemen, I would like to thank you for being on this show tonight. Don't forget Wednesday, the gatekeepers, interpretations or manipulation. It's already there on the site, so you can click the notification button. And Friday, you've heard the sound of the trumpet. Blow the trumpet. But we don't know whether the trumpet is a trumpet calling for war or for deliverance or for journey or for what? For what to go back to our camp, to your tent, O ye Israel. And we shall know whether on that day it will be to your tent, O ye Biafrans, or O ye Oduduwas, or Ogonis. It will be interesting. Trust me on that. Come fasting and praying, please. It's very important. All right, gentlemen.
Okay.
Have a lovely night, and I shall see
Thank
you.
you.
I will see you on
Yeah,
Wednesday and
Thank you.
possibly
Thank you.
on Friday. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Have you subscribed? Yes, you. Have you subscribed? You. Yeah. Before you go, click. It's free. Click. Just that's it. Have you subscribed? You are laughing. Have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, madam. Thank you so much. I can see you. We have to get to 100,000 subscribers. By the end of the year, how are we going to do that if you don't subscribe? Yes, you. Yes, you're about to click off. Why? Have you subscribed? It's free. If you don't, ask your son, ask your daughter how to. Just one click. Thank you. Thank you. I see you. Aha. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow.
Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our fatherland, with love and strength and faith.
The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. Hey, that's so.
Oh, yeah. Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria call obey, to serve our fatherland, with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom. In freedom. In freedom. Peace and unity.
Arise, my people, arise, my
With love and strength and faith.
I'm about to go be down to Benue. From Warri to Lagos.